Absolutely fantastic. I found Lyndsey's ability to really rapidly pick up the process that we have and be able to grasp some of the issues that we're having and be able to quickly really embed himself into the way that we think, but provide another lens from his wealth of experience in terms of customer attention and customer experience, and be able to apply that directly so that we can understand it and we go, oh yeah, wow, that's a great idea, or that's an interesting viewpoint to have from someone from the outside. But the speed at which that came about was really the biggest surprise to me. We were trying to solve essentially where we want to be going as a clinic, and that's a really big goal. And there was a lack of clarity in around exactly where do we want to go, and then what are some of the key constitutes of where we need to improve on. And so, with Lyndsey, what we're trying to solve is, well, where are the areas that we may be lacking in? And so, for us, there was a few areas of concern, and one of the biggest ones was our customer lifetime and churn. And we were able to identify a few key time blocks for someone who becomes a member with us and a customer, of where they fall off. And then having a little bit more clarity around those timelines could then help us peel back, all right, what are the experiences during that timeline, or what are the experiences prior to that might be able to then help them leapfrog into the next time block to help them continue to be a customer for a longer period of time. And so it was very early in the stage of breaking that down, but that was quite a big insight for us. And then the other part we're trying to solve is, how do we actually use our data in a way that can be effective? We have a lot of data, but we weren't really great at being able to understand the meaning behind that data, or how you could get a greater understanding of the meaning behind that data. And so with Lyndsey, in the initial phase with him, we were able to do that. And it was very eye-opening for us to be able to learn that, because that's not an area where we are skilled at. You know, obviously we're clinicians, so we're really skilled at looking after the person in front of us. But in terms of having more of that business mindset, or that analytical mindset of looking at some data and not just using assumptions of how we feel it's going, was something that was really powerful. And that was something that was really the biggest surprise to me. I was really unsure around how it would work and how quickly he'd pick it up. But I imagine from dealing with Lyndsey, a lot of these skills and these ideas are really transferable to a whole multitude of really any customer experience. So Lyndsey's ability then to use that and then distill it down to your specific area was something that I found working with him fantastic, and also found that was probably the biggest surprise to me, is just how quick that happened. The mindset I've had is trying to step a little bit further back and view the whole customer journey a little bit more holistically, and actually try and spend more time thinking about how we're going with the overall customer experience from the first moment they make any contact with us to the time that they leave as well. And how do you close that loop, or create a pathway that at every point they're having a great experience? And that's probably something that I probably lacked in terms of having that viewpoint, is being a little bit more, as again, a clinician, a lot of one-to-one facing is, what do you provide at that direct one-to-one? But there's a lot more you can do that has a real profound to be able to impact someone's overall experience from the first time they book in to essentially the offboarding as well. And so really, I would recommend this service to really any customer experience or customer serving business. I can't see how this couldn't be beneficial. We're in the strength training, physiotherapy based facility, so I'd recommend it for anyone in that element, especially if you don't have a great business acumen and you've worked, you're a great clinician, but you don't have that time to really and that skill set to be able to view the data or have those business skills. And Lyndsey, someone who can really break it down for you in real simplistic ways that you can take it away, use it, and come back and reflect, which I think is fantastic. But I would recommend it to really anyone who has a customer facing or a customer subscription or something like that, where you're looking to have people use your service and continue to use your service. So you're not just going through that continual churn loop where you're just trying to get leads and leads and leads and wasting a lot of money in terms of onboarding, but then it's all getting lost because people are offboarding sooner. So anyone who's looking to make that change, I could not recommend it more highly.